If we could have everyone be seated, actually, if you could stand for Lift Every Voice and Sing, we're going to go ahead and get the program started. Thank you.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. In the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, thank you. You may be seated, you may be seated. Happy, 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 guess what? Black History Month. That's right. Guests, participants, and friends, welcome to the 2025 6th Annual Bettye Davis African American Healthy Families Summit. It is truly an honor to have you with us today as we unite in celebration of Black History Month to address critical issues affecting the health and well-being of our community. We are excited to welcome our special guest from Salt Lake City, Alex Bettye, the talented alumni of America's Got Talent, who is a passionate advocate for mental wellness, serving as an ambassador for various causes, including the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and Paul Richens, from the Cook Center for Human Connection. This remarkable nonprofit organization is dedicated to fostering the human connections essential for strong mental health. Their commitment to providing education and therapeutic support empowers parents as they negotiate and navigate the complexities of their children's mental health challenges. We are also pleased to announce that U.S. Senators Dan Sullivan and Tim Scott, yes, Tim Scott, will be joining us via streaming. The Alaska Black Caucus is dedicated to engaging with anyone, even those with differing viewpoints at times, to encourage constructive dialogue and collaboration. It is vital that the voices and concerns of Black Alaskans and other marginalized communities are heard and taken into account in the policy-making process, particularly concerning and regarding our deep concerns about the dismantling of diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. These initiatives are crucial for fostering a just, equitable, and innovative society that values and respects all individuals. This summit presents a valuable opportunity to bridge divides and work together toward a more equitable future for everyone. In addition to our focus on mental health, we will delve into important topics related to education, economics, and justice, featuring insights from Jacqueline Hendricks, the first ever Inspector General of the City of Columbus, and Senator Elby Gray Jackson. These issues are closely linked to the health and prosperity of our communities, and we aim to create a collaborative environment where ideas can flourish and solutions can emerge. As we embark on this important journey together, I encourage each of you to engage fully, share your perspectives, and connect, yes, with one another. Your participation is crucial in shaping the future of our community and advancing the causes we care so much about. Thank you again for being here. Let us strive to make the summit a transformative experience for all. We are confident that Senator Bettye Davis, Alaska's first elected female representative and our state's first Black senator, would be proud to see the summit she established decades ago thriving and continuing to make a meaningful impact today. So thank you so much. We will follow along with our program. And next on the program, drum roll please, we have a greeting from Lieutenant Governor Nancy Dahlstrom, who will be followed by our Mayor, Suzanne LaFrance, and our Assembly Chair, Christopher Constant, in that order. Thank you again so much.
Good morning, everyone. It's really great to be here with you. You know, I worked in Juneau in the legislature and had the privilege of serving with Senator Bettye Davis. First of all, that picture looks just like her. It's really great to see her. She did wear red a lot. And you know, the one thing about Senator Davis, and I know that Celeste will vouch for this because Celeste worked with her in her office, is when Senator Davis knew something was right, no matter how hard it was, or no matter how tough the conversations got, she stuck with it and she made sure that things were taken care of. And you know, many of the things that she fought for were values that are strong for families. And I remember when she established this conference, and I'm confident, Celeste, that you are right, that she is looking down and very, very proud that this is happening. You know, healthy families is something I've always strongly supported and been 100% in support of, whether it's financially or, you know, scholastically, the different things that we can do. And we know that there's a large group of people that would like to destroy the American family, and they do this by going after our physical health, our mental health, our spiritual health, anything that is the well-being of a family, to divide it up. And so healthy families, no matter which way you look at it, is critical to keeping our country strong and keeping citizens, letting them have the ability to be the best that they can be and to succeed. We in Alaska have a lot of different challenges that some places don't have. We have extreme weather, we have more darkness, we have light deprivation, and some of those challenges, you know, do bring interesting things for families, but together we can work through those. We also, at this time in our state history, are dealing with a situation that is critical, and that is the drug situation that's happening in our state. And fentanyl is something that's been coming in at a very high rate of speed, and the deaths from that have increased. And working together, though, I know that we can all stop that scourge. And I do see in the audience our Attorney General, Treg Taylor. Treg, stand up. I didn't know you were going to be here, but Treg has been fighting the battle against fentanyl and doing an incredible job with our governor, and I want to publicly thank him and acknowledge him in case those of you don't know who he is. But again, healthy families it's critical. If we don't have that, nothing else is going to go right. And I'm so grateful that Senator Davis established this conference. I'm grateful that Celeste has followed through with making sure that it happens and it's a successful event. And I bring you good greetings from Governor Dunleavy, who's unable to be here today, but he is also a very strong believer, and I think you've all seen it in his actions also, in strong families and the things we need to do to support them. So with that, I just say welcome. I'm grateful that you're here. And you know, it's going to be a beautiful Saturday in Alaska. Lots of places you could have been, but you chose this because it's important. So thank you very much, and I appreciate your attendance. Welcome.
Hi everyone, and thanks for inviting me to join you here today. I'm Suzanne LaFrance, and I am honored to serve as Mayor of Anchorage. I'm grateful to be here this morning at Bettye Davis East Anchorage High School on land stewarded past and present by the Dena'ina people. It's a pleasure to greet you all at the 6th Annual Bettye Davis African American Healthy Families Summit. Thank you for coming out to support families in our community. I want to start by acknowledging Senator Bettye Davis, who this summit celebrates and who many in this room worked to remember through the naming of this Anchorage High School. Senator Davis was always an advocate for children and families and for the rights of every Alaskan to receive a top-notch education from our schools and universities. Senator Davis herself was a graduate of UAA. She served 8 years on our school board and went on to serve 3 years in the state house and multiple terms as a state senator. She was a leader who helped shape our community for many decades. I believe that we share many of Senator Davis's values at City Hall and are working every day to realize them in our community. The way I think about it, we do our job so you all can do yours. My husband and I raised a family here, and my kids went, and one of them still goes to our schools. I love Alaska. I love our municipality. It's a place where people can build lives that reflect their own priorities and values, while also being part of a strong community. As a mom, as a mayor, I know the more that we can do to support kids and families, the better our future will be. I am grateful for the important work you all do in the areas of health, education, economics, and justice. These are critical pillars of a strong community that dovetail with our priorities at City Hall. When we went to Juneau last month to advocate to the legislature, our top priorities were education funding and strengthening crisis care. We've also been doing a lot of work to improve housing in our community with our assembly partners through our 10,000 homes in 10 years strategy. We see that this will boost our economy and help to address homelessness. We're also developing a public safety strategy to make Anchorage a safer place for every single person who lives here. So I want to give a special welcome to the guests who've joined us today, Alex Boyer and Paul Richens from the Cook Center for Human Connection. Thank you for the work you do to bring people together to prevent and address mental health challenges. Welcome also to Ms. Jacqueline Hendricks, the first ever Inspector General for the City of Columbus. Thank you for the work you do to promote community resilience, connection, and a healthy future for Alaskan families. Thanks to the Alaska Black Caucus and President Celeste Hodge Groudon for organizing this important event for the 6th year in a row and bringing us together today. And thank you so much for having me. I hope you enjoy the summit. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Let's do that one more time, loud. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to the 6th annual African American Bettye Davis Healthy Families Summit. So I am fortunate to be able to be up here to give some words to this summit on the blessing of Miss Celeste Hodge Groudon. So I'm going to do something a little bit different today. She said when I got started, Celeste, you're not going to take 20 minutes, right? Which I take as permission to speak for 19. Welcome, everybody. Oh yeah, she's got the hook. Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Christopher Constant, and I'm the chair of the Anchorage Assembly. And we in the Anchorage government have term limits, and I am about to begin the last year of my term before the law says it's time to take a walk. So I want to talk a little bit about my experience, but this isn't really about me, but Celeste gave me a microphone and she always knows the risk. So many people ask me what's next. I still have a year of hard work to put in, but believe me, I'm thinking about what's next. So here's a bit of my story. Did you know that I'm an artist? Celeste knows that I'm an artist. Why? Because 20 years ago this year, Celeste was the Office of Equal Opportunity Director for my second favorite mayor, Mark Begich. I'm glad to share the stage with Mayor LaFrance. So when she was OEO director in 2005, the mayor proposed to do a really big diversity week in the city. And she had arranged an artist to paint a mural on the backside of the Gamble Street cars. And sometime about a month before the event, the artist that she had bailed. And she looked around in a panic, and she needed an artist. And she found me. Me and my friend Kenna Bates, we spent 3 weeks volunteering, because Celeste has a way, painting a mural on the backside of cars, at which time we met all of these amazing people in one of the most diverse districts in America. Celeste doesn't really know this. Hold on, you just gotta let me do this. Celeste doesn't really know this. But when I trace the line back to what became my role as the chair of the assembly, it's because she recruited me to do the work. You could draw the line right back to that moment. That was the time out in the streets when I met Darrell Hess, who said to me, "You should come to the community council." And I said, "What is a community council?" And the work began there. So in that time, I have learned a lot and done a lot and been a lot and had some experience. And one of my favorite things that I ever did in that time was work with a couple of poets, Trey Jose and Kima Hamilton, on a project called Brave New Alaska Voices, which was an opportunity for young people funded by Alaska ANDVSA, Alaska Domestic Violence, Sexual Assault Council. They actually funded the project, and we empowered youth to perform spoken word poetry in the service of creating healthy family relationships and getting through the hard times. Speaking of hard times, this school was the site of a very dangerous situation just yesterday, and we have a nightmare story of what happened up in Barrow this week. The work is not done. But with your permission, I'm going to do something right now. So how many of you have ever been to a spoken word poetry slam? Okay, there's some hands here. At the beginning of a spoken word poem, the speaker always asks for permission to speak their poem. And what does the crowd say? The crowd says, "Speak, poet." Right? Remember that? Have you been to those poetry slams? So I am now asking you for permission to speak a poem. Let's do it one more time. I am now asking for your permission to speak a poem. Speak, poet. All right. Now, I will tell you this is the first time. I am an artist, but the first time I have ever performed spoken word. I call this poem Woke. We rise. D. Don't tell me to quiet down or to wait my turn. It's not going to work. I. Injustice does not disappear. It must be confronted. It must be unmade. We are unmaking it here. V. Voices rise, not in anger, but in clarity. We speak. E. Every step we take is carved from the sacrifice of those who walked before us. We remember. Roots do not break in the storm. They anchor. They teach us how to grow. We grow together. S. Shadowed halls and locked doors will not hold us. We carry the light. We illuminate. I. If you think we will fade, you have mistaken us for something weak. We are strong. T. This is our time, not given, but forged, built, earned. We are up to the task. Why? You may resist us, but still we rise. E. Every battle we fought was never granted to us. It was won with sweat, with pain, and with persistence. Q. Quiet never made history. Only the bold, only the unwavering. U. Under pressure we do not break, but we burn brighter, we build stronger. I. In the attempts to erase us, we find our sharpest edge, our fiercest fire. T. Time has taught us that the struggle and hope are twin flames, lighting the path forward. Y. Yesterday's burdens become the fuel for today's victories. Forward is the only way. I. In these hands, we carry the hope of generations, of labor, of fight. We do not drop this torch. N. No turning back, no stepping aside. Our momentum is unstoppable. C. Change is never a gift. It is not given, but it is demanded, and we claim it. L. Listen, not just to hear, but to understand, because we lift as we climb. U. Underestimated. We are the architects of what's to come. We build. S. Some will try to erase us, but we are written in stone, in the very bones of history. I. If you stand in our way, you will know our power. O. Our time is now, because it is always now. N. No more waiting. We are the sun. We are the moon. We are the stars. We rise. So I wrote that poem for my friend Celeste. So I'll just conclude in saying, these are difficult times. The struggle never happened in easy times, but here we are. The struggle is made easier, even joyful at times, because no matter how hard it gets, we're doing it together. That's it. That's the message. Stick together, and we will get through this struggle. My last words, I promise, Celeste, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Great poem, Assembly Chair. At this time, we want to make sure that we again say welcome to the Bettye Davis African American Summit on Healthy Families this year. My name is Yolandis Williams. I am board chair of the Alaska Black Caucus. Mine is to introduce Mr. Alex Bettye. I'm going to read you his bio. Alex Bettye is renowned for his vibrant African-American infused music, which has garnered over 1 billion views on YouTube. Named in 2017 Artist of the Year and Grand Prize winner in a music contest sponsored by Pepsi and Hard Rock Cafe, Alex performed a memorable halftime show for the NFL Monday Night Football in Miami this past December. His powerful voice was also featured in Cruel Summers, a short film by Kanye West that premiered at the Cannes Film Festival. Throughout his career, Alex has shared the stage with a host of iconic artists, including Jay-Z, Tim McGraw, George Michael, Missy Elliott, Justin Timberlake, and the Beach Boys. He even fulfilled a lifelong dream by opening for Olivia Newton-John at the world-renowned Royal Albert Hall. Born in London to Nigerian parents, Alex became a U.S. citizen on February 12, 2012. He is a passionate advocate for mental wellness, serving as an ambassador for various causes, including the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. His engaging keynotes on mental health are sought after nationwide. In addition to his music and advocacy, Alex is a partner with the Cook Center for Human Connection, a mental health nonprofit dedicated to helping educators support parents in nurturing their students' well-being. His remarkable achievements include viral videos, film appearances, and unforgettable performances, led to his standout edition on NBC's American Got Talent, where Judge Howie Mandel declared, "In my 6 years here, this is my favorite music act ever. It really is." Give it up for Alex Bettye.
Hello, everybody. Okay, I want to start with music.
Hello, Mama. No, not St. George. Yes, Mom.
Helele. Ooh, yeah. Helele. Listen, oh. I close my eyes. I can see the world that's waiting for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, to no one's been before, and it feels like home. Oh, they can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we lost our minds. Yeah. I don't care, they can call us crazy. For and we can live in a world that we design. Every night lying back, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams is keeping me awake. Think of what the world could be, the vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled
with things from far away. Yeah.
special things I compile.
Each one there to make me smile on a rainy day. Let's go.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we
Design. Every night lying back, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams that keeping me awake. I think of what this world could be, the vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Million dreams. I have a dream that the world could be something different, so much more than one we live than the one we live in. A million colors come alive, that's what I paint a picture in your mind, that's what I've been given. More than a dream, it's a fate, it's a fantasy. Frame of mind just like a vision was meant to be. We're walking brother to brother, and all of my sisters. New reality, we're painting my pictures. Yeah.
However big, however small,
Let me be part of it all, Alaska. Let's make dreams. Share your dream with me. Cause we may be right, we may be wrong, but at least we try. Bringing me along to the world that we see. Close my eyes. Fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. Who would I see? Who would I see? All it's gonna take. Million dreams, what we're gonna make, gonna make, gonna make.
for the world we're gonna make.
You wish you had that much power. It feels good to have more power than the Attorney General, you know what I'm saying? Clap, stop, clap. You should try it. It's the coolest thing. We got a microphone in your hand. I want to start off with a story. So, it's a story of a single mother living in England, London. She had a little kid.
They both struggled. It was hard. And during the time she was trying to make ends meet, she's originally from Nigeria, moved to England in the 60s, but she wanted to go back to Nigeria, where she's from, visit her family, because she hadn't seen her family for a while. So she saved up. 4 years it took her to save up just to get one plane ticket to go back to Nigeria. So her son, at the time when she was ready and she made enough money sufficiently to go to Nigeria, she said, "Son, I'm going to Nigeria, but you can't come because I can't afford it. So you're going to stay with your uncle down the end of the street." So she got on a plane. Before that, she dropped off her 11-year-old son down at uncle's place. Then she got on a plane. She went to Nigeria, and she never came back. This kid was sad, hurt, alone, angry, lived with his uncle. His uncle was abusive, physically, mentally, and sexually. Some of the darkest moments of his life, 11 years old. He decided to run away from home, and he started living on the streets of London, trying to figure out what his next move was. That kid was me. Now, I don't tell you this story to ask you to feel sorry for me. Trust me, therapy's taking care of that. I say it because look where I am. Look what I got to accomplish, and I ain't even done yet. I guess what I'm trying to say is, man, whew, there's always hope, man. Always, always hope. Especially when it doesn't feel like it or seem like it. Always. And that hope applies to every single person in this room. Every single struggle that you've seen, heard, and experienced for yourself. I wish every single one of you could get up here and tell me your struggles. Because I know in that song I'm not the only one. I wish that I could hear that. But I am so thankful. That's it. That's the end. That's it. That's what changed everything for me. I could get up and tell you how mad and angry I am about all the just terrible injustices that I've experienced just alone. And I could keep going on and on and on about it. And I did. I used to. Every moment I could get in front of a crowd of people. Let me tell you what I've been through. Let me tell you what I've experienced. No, you don't understand. And that's one of the hardest words to hear from somebody else. Because maybe you don't understand. But you've gone through the experiences that's left you with the same symptoms. Hurt, anger, right? Being left alone, misunderstood. Even, this is what's crazy. See this little beauty right here? This little beauty right here. What's your name? What's your name? Kelly. See how cute that is? This is the strangest thing. Do you have a brother or a sister?
I have a brother.
Okay, then it's over. Can you see all what she's already had to go through? Just by having a sibling. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? Just by having a sibling, even at that age, even if she doesn't understand it, she might have already gone through hurt, misunderstanding, right? Anger, all these kind of stuff. He hit me, oh, Mom, right? Hurt. So we've gone through it before we even realized. And so we're still doing it and going through it now. So I guess now we're either getting used to it, hating it, avoiding it, or being thankful for it. What I'm realizing is our choice. our choice. Let me give you an example. This might sound weird. I got 8 kids. Say, mother. Where'd that come from? I got 8 kids, right? And I remember one time one of my kids come up and said to me, Daddy. My kid calls me Alex. I'm like, you call me that? I'm your father. No, just kidding. I just didn't have a microphone at the time. But no. And I remember my kid would come up and say, what's wrong? Junior hit me. I'm saying, so what's happening? He says, how do you feel? I'm mad and I'm angry and I'm hurt. And then I remember I'll say, okay, I just got to put the rest of the kids to bed, but you just come back in 1 hour and I'll listen to everything you have to say. Deal? He said, yeah, Dad, okay, I can't wait because I got something to tell you. And I said, before you go, I need you, before you make that complaint about your little brother, I need you to tell me 6 wonderful things about your brother before you give me the complaint. Deal? Okay. Then he walks up. Hour later, I don't see him. 2 hours. 3 hours. Finally, I see him downstairs playing Nintendo. I'm like, little man, I thought you said you had a complaint for me. And he says to me, oh, Dad, don't worry about it. I forgot now. And something that I thought was just a simple thing, I realized I was a genius in the making. And I didn't even know it. And I'm not even a poet. But no, so here's what I fathomed. He was so busy focusing on what I told him to do, the positive stuff, that he just forgot about the negative thing because he was focused on the positive. And something hit me really, really hard from there, from that one experience. Everything changed for me. Let me give an example. I go to a meeting, right? Who's gone to meetings here? Hands up, who goes to meetings, all right? Okay, yeah. Even sometimes family meetings, school meetings, all kind of meetings, your job. Working, you know what I mean? Even hamburgers, you got to have a meeting, right? McDonald's, they have a meeting, right? Whatever you do, whatever you. So here's an interesting thing. I remember myself and Paul. Here's Paul Richards. This is my homie right here. Give it up for Paul Richards. Give it up for Paul Richards right here. He's the one that helps me to book all these amazing experiences and introduces me to wonderful experiences like coming here to the Black Caucus at Alaska. It's so funny, man. This is so funny because shows how ignorant I am. When Paul says you got an event, I was like, what is it? He says you're going to be speaking Black Caucus, African American Caucus in Alaska. I'm like, huh? They have black people in Alaska? I'm from England. What do I know? Right? And then I'm from Utah. So I'm like the only black dude in Utah. No, there's a few transplants that come and play football for BYU, and then they leave. But no, seriously. So here's the interesting thing. So that experience about just, so I had a meeting, and Paul and I, we went to 2 meetings. I think it was like a superintendent's meetings. This was like in another state. I remember we turned up, and they gave us these, before we turned up, I think we got, and they gave everyone involved a week in advance what they were going to talk about. So the first week, is this for me? Will you give me? Is this just for me? She was waving it. She's like, bro, you need this, man, because you're sweating. You can't be walking past me looking like that. I'm trying to, there's one up there. Well, this is so nice. I don't want to ruin it. You know what I mean? Hold on. Okay, there you go. Sorry. What? No, I can't do it. I'm so embarrassed. Okay, all right. I digress. Okay, so I was saying, oops, sorry, excuse me, sorry, excuse me, sorry, thank you. Oops, sorry. Okay, so what I was saying, right, was in this meeting, where these 2 meetings, and we got given the debriefing in advance, right? All these lists of what we were going to talk about in advance. 2 different meetings, they were 15 minutes away. So the first one, the beginning had everything, the date and everything. Then at the beginning, it talked about the order of what they're going to talk about. So the first order of the day, we're going to talk about concerns, issues, and all the terrible things and the hard things that's been going on that we need to address and deal with. So you get this a week in advance. And you're preparing for this. And sometimes you're trying to get a raise, right? So you want to make sure you say something real good to impress everyone. So then you turn up. So for the whole week, guys, what have you been thinking about? right? This is why you're still going to be at home with your family, take them out, go on vacation or something like that. Every time you think, oh, God, right? Man, that's right, you tell him, bro. Messes you up, doesn't it? 15 minutes later, there was another meeting. Debriefing, same one. I looked at the order of things, and it was reversed. Right at the beginning, it said, the mountains, the valleys, the cool things that happened, the good things that's happened, anyone we need to compliment, anyone need to, and that was the first thing. So they had it in a week advance. What do you think they were thinking about? You get my point, right? Isn't it interesting? You know, like when we always talk about, we've got to address the elephant in the room. And it's right over there, right? We need to address the elephant in the room. It's like, right? It's way all the way over there, the elephant in the room. And now all of a sudden, you're like, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the issues. The first meeting, I remember, there were some people, by the time we didn't even go through, you know you have an agenda. You don't even go through all the agenda that you plan in a meeting. So then they spent almost over half of the meeting on the first thing. And then at the bottom it's like, oh, the good things that happen. They didn't even get to it. Right? What kind of meeting is that? I don't want to go to every week. But the other one I want to go to was like they talked about all the celebrations and everything. And then by the end, sometimes it got so good that they were also joyful and talking about all the good things. Listen, we're not saying to ignore all the bad things. We're just saying don't ruminate and stay there forever. Because I realized that that's bad for my mental health. That's at least what my therapist said. And I pay him, so he's got to be right. And things started to change for me. Did I still go through bad things? Yeah. But my attitude towards it was different. I'm like, how can I fix this? How can I make this a silver lining in my life? How can I make racism a silver lining in my life? Ooh. Remember I said, it's not about ignoring and avoiding the elephant in the room. It's about how long do we stay there? Because we're in pain. It hurts. But there's always a silver lining, even in the worst things that we can ever go through. And sometimes it's hard for me to push myself out of that. When I think of Dr. King, when he's talking about nonpartisan and nonviolence. No, but there's all this racism. Nonpartisan and nonviolence. No, you don't understand what they did to me. Nonpartisan, whoa. Can you imagine that speaking to you on your shoulder every single day? Because then that's what makes it worth it. That's what makes his words actually matter. Not just posting it every time February comes. Posting a nice little quote every time February comes. Now, man, we're talking about February, March, April, May, June, July, August, all through Christmas, New Year's Day. I'm starting to realize how important our mental health is. Man, that's more important than our job. Because when our mental health is messed up, we ain't going to work. I always want to start with that. Man, I had a friend of mine, he used to go on dates, and the first thing he'd say is, how's your mental health? On the date! I was like, bro, you're going to lose half of me. He says, yeah, because they weren't supposed to be with me. If they didn't want to address it to themselves or to me, I'm out. I don't need that in my life. I got enough mental health I got to deal with without working on somebody else's. I was like, whoa, that's deep. How are you going to do that to these? But I was like, hey, you choose where you want to be. Choose who you want to be with. I want to share something with you. First, in order to carry on with this next presentation, I need a $10 bill. Anyone got a 10? I need a nice, crisp 10. Hook a brother up, man. You know, I was homeless, right? So once homeless, always homeless. You always asking for money. Hook a brother up. I need $10 bill, not 10 ones, not 2 5s. I promise I'll give it back. Okay, all right. Bro. Okay, thank you, sir. What's your name? Don't care. I just got your money. So no, just kidding. What's your name, sir? Okay, Zach, thank you, man. All right, this is the Zach attack. It's $10 right here. All right. So I need, I want a volunteer to come up on stage with me. Anyone? I want a kid. Over here? Wow, man. Okay, come on, bro. You been working out, kid. Okay, coming over here. Follow me. And you got to walk like that too. Come on. I don't see the walk, bro. That's my life can get hard sometimes, but I got to roll with it, and I still feel good. Okay, so what's your name?
Paul.
Okay, Paul. Nice to meet you, my man. How old are you?
15.
I'm sorry, did you say 50?
15.
Bro, you 15? Okay, can you give me your address, all right? Because I need your mama's cooking. Bro, I like it, man, I like it. Okay, so name again?
Paul.
Okay, so Paul, I'm gonna give you this right here, okay? Now, I just want you to just answer yes or no. I'll just ask a couple of questions, right? Okay, first question, is that a $10 bill? Yes. Thank you, Paul. Paul, I want you to crash the $10 bill. Just crash it. Yeah, crush it. Yeah, crush it. Okay. Paul, hold it up in the air. Hold it up in the air. Is that still a $10 bill? Yes? Okay. Okay, Paul, throw it down on the floor. Now step on it. Just like hard, just bam. Bam, and makes it say, ah! Okay, Paul, whatever's gonna make you. One more time, come on. Ah! There you go. Okay, now pick it up. Okay, put it up in the air and show the wonderful people. Paul, is that still worth $10?
Yes.
Okay, what about this? Paul, we're gonna do this together, right? We're gonna say some bad words to it. Clean though, this is a family show, right? You ugly! Ah! I hate you! You're the worst person on the planet!
No.
I don't even know why you exist, man. You are ugly, man. Your breath stinks. You need Tic Tacs. Ah! Paul, hold it up in the air. Is that still worth $10? Yes. Paul, that $10 is you. Think about it. Paul. This for me is the power of mental health. They can step on you, but your value never changes. They can say bad stuff about you, and they will. This is not if, this is when. Your value never changes. You said it yourself. You said, yep, it's still $10. They can step on you and make you feel absolutely small, but your value never changes. Here's the thing, Paul. I hope and pray that you'll never ever forget that. Today, tomorrow, every single day. Because what I'm starting to realize, and you've just shown me that no matter what we did to that $10, its values never changed. And here's the thing, it's time we start living up to that and start owning it. Paul, you now own that $10. Thank you so much. That's for you. That's for you, man. Own it. Oh, and take this too. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't done with that yet. Still a couple more boogers that's got to come out. See, I get sweaty up here, man. I feel like I'm getting a suntan. I'm in Alaska. There's some bright lights up there. Okay, so I want to share with you something over here. Where's the clicker? Yeah. So, you remember I talked about, here's the thing. When I was homeless, I used to eat food out of trash cans. That's like one of the most embarrassing things. I know, the kid was like, "Ew!" No, that's how you should. That's the most, it took me so long to start admitting that and start saying that and start owning it, because you know what, that's my story. Because sometimes we always leave away the bad stuff of our story. We're like, yeah, I got a raise, I got a promotion. You don't talk about the other stuff, right? Yeah? I'm going to give you all of it. Because that is what made me who I am. Good or bad. So, when I was on the streets of London, I remember one time I was so hungry, guys, so hungry, that I started eating food out here. I talked a little bit about it yesterday. The first time I used to do it, probably like for the first few weeks, I used to look around, make sure no one was looking, right? And then I was just like, yeah, make sure no one's looking. You'd think that is bad. That is bad, but I'll tell you what's worse. The day you stop looking before you put your hand in there. I don't know if that makes sense. When you stop looking around, that's when you've lost your dignity. That's when you will do anything, right or wrong, you will do it because you've lost your hope, your dignity, and your will to even care what any of you think about it. So that can be flipped around. So I remember I was this close, guys. I'd say it would have taken me probably about 3 more weeks of doing that. But see, what happened is there was a whole bunch of us that would hang around this trash can in London at the place called the Royal Albert Hall. Royal Albert Hall is one of the places, because I'm a musician, I always dreamed of performing at the Royal Albert Hall. And it's the place where the Queen, at the time when she was alive, that's the only place she'd go and watch performances. So some of the biggest acts in the world would come to Royal Albert Hall. And I remember I was like round here, and it's all my homeless friends, and then the Royal Albert Hall was at the back. And I used to look up at the Royal Albert Hall, eating a sandwich, and I'm like, one day, I'm going to perform there. This is when I was broke and homeless. And my other homeless friends are like, yeah, whatever, dream on, you idiot. That's never going to happen. Can't you see where you are? Can't you see what your life is? And then I started becoming more and more like the people I was hanging around with. Happens on every level, people. And so all of a sudden, I was just like, wait, you guys ain't supporting me. This is me being home, right? I can't be around you guys, man. You ain't supporting me. I ain't feeling you guys here, man. You're not going to take me to where I need to be. This is me, homeless, looking up. And I'm like, one day you're going to see my name on lights. 25 years later, I moved to US. I have a manager now, traveling all across the country. I get a phone call from my manager one day. He says, Alex, I got you a gig. You might like this one. I said, really? I said, what? So you got a gig in London. You got to fly back to London. At this point, I'd been living in the US for probably about 10 months. This is 20 years later. He said, your gig? I said, where's the gig? He says, Royal Albert Hall. Are you pulling my afro right now? No, it's the Royal Albert Hall. You got to be there in 3 days. First class ticket. They put you up, the hotel, at the Ritz-Carlton. The Ritz-Carlton, I used to walk around fishing for trash outside the door. First class ticket. They put me up one floor just below the penthouse, people. At Ritz-Carlton. I used to look through the window and see all the people eating, all these people. But me outside when it was raining. I'm thinking, man, what do I do to deserve this? Why am I on this side of the window? Do you ever do that sometimes? Feel sorry for yourself? Why is this happening to me? But let me tell you, man. Switch it and say, why not? Because guess what? You guys put me up on this stage and I have a story. I got something to tell. That's why we go through it. You would be such a shallow, meaningless person if you didn't have a story to share with other people that could be an answer to their prayer. When you're going through it, look back. Or maybe instead of looking back, look forward. and say, this is hard, man. But I know there's a silver lining in this. I know there's a silver lining in this. I'm going to stay on it. I'm not going to lose hope. I'm going to keep going. Oh, no, now another one? Now another thing? No, I'm not going to do it. It's going to be okay. It's always been okay. Look, you guys, to this point, to this day right now, you are 100% success rate of all the terrible things that you've gone through. Because your afro's still here. I'm talking about the white folk too, because we all have afros. I don't care what you used to. Even if you don't have one, it's just a term of endearment I use for everyone. You're still here. Bro, you're still here, man. Look at this boy, man. Fly looking homie, he's just got his things going on, man. Just got that hair done right. But you can imagine his story. You don't even have to, you right? Sometimes, isn't that crazy? That I don't even have to ask you. Just by way, this is crazy, of who you are. Whoa, isn't that crazy? I say, bro, I know you go through stuff, man. You don't even, right? But you're still here, man. 100% success rate. He's a TikToker? He's a famous TikToker. See? Oh my gosh, man. And look at that. See? He's a famous TikToker. Look, recognize him. So what if you let any of that take you out of this earth? She would never have seen it. What if something got so heavy and hard, you're like, I'm not going to do this TikTok thing now. I'm getting a lot of, you know what I mean, notoriety and stuff like that. I'm getting to do things I want. What if you gave up just before? Because you kept getting one view every time. Right? Now she's like, yeah, man, I know you. She just said that. Every single one of us in this room, we still have, I know you, I thank you moments ahead. Don't lose hope in yourself and who you are. And one thing we're really, really good at is comparing ourselves to others. You notice that? I put this thing up here called trash talking is bad for your health. Trash talking to yourself is bad for your what? It's a scientific fact. Let me ask you a question, though. See, I should have done this first, but hands up who trash talks to themselves. Just be honest. There it is. Look at that. Trash talking. You know, I talked about how I used to eat food out of the trash, but here's the thing. You know what? Every single person in this room does it every single day. Everyone in this room eats from the trash every single day. Hour after hour after hour. Should I elaborate on what I really mean? I'm talking about mentally. We have a choice to feed ourselves mentally with treasure or trash. Okay, I'm going to say some words, you tell me. Social media, treasure or trash? Really? Is that because that's how you view it? Because to me, it's treasure. It used to be trash, but I can't do anything about that. What I can do is change what that means to me. Does that make sense? See, because you can call anything trash. Just think about it. Or you can call anything treasure. Whose choice? Oh, they said that. No. What? See, and then we'll say, oh, but they said that. No, but you made that decision. You started voting for that they that you're feeling. You made that decision. Who is they anyway? Who the heck is they? Oh, they said I shouldn't do this. They said the latest trend that they say now. Who they at? They ain't paying for it. They. I hate that word. It's like we make decisions on what they said. Who the heck is they? But then they aren't around when we're going through hell. All of a sudden you're like, I. They's gone. Do you know what excessive trash talking can lead to? Give me some ideas. Just shout it out. Depression? Ooh, we're good. What else? What else? What's that? Anxiety. Ooh. Give me some more. Trash talking, guys. The most simple thing that you hear every single day. Self-doubt. Woo! Look at that. See, have you noticed? Remember I talked about trash talking. It's treasure or trash. Let me give you an example. Dave Chappelle. He makes a living out of trash talking. Chris Rock. They make a living. They support their family. Dave Chappelle just landed a Netflix deal for $100 million. Trash talking. See, we love it. We love hearing other people trash talk, isn't it? It's entertaining, right? Treasure. But you know, the most dangerous is when you trash talk yourself. That. You just mentioned the symptoms, the results. Anxiety. Right? And look at this. This is what excessive trash talking can lead to. My brothers and my sisters, be careful what you say to yourself. Be careful. Sometimes you can tell. Imagine if you're a high school kid, you walk down, try this. You walk down the hot corridor, right? When lunch is out and everything, and just walk and just look at people. I love people watching. If I get an app like that says, oh, your flight's been delayed for 2 hours, I'm like, yay! Because I'll sit at the airport and just people watch. I'm crazy like that. Maybe it's because I'm a musician and then I get to speak a lot. So I like to watch people. New material, oh, that's so cool. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. I just love it. The interesting thing about that experience is you can tell. I was reading this book, this psychologist, and there's a gentleman, his name is Arthur C. Brooks. He's a professor in Harvard, and he is known for a class that's called Happiness and Leadership class. And it is the most popular class in Harvard. It is so big that there's a waiting list online of over 1 million people. What does that show about us in the world? We want to be happy. It's the most popular class. It's insane. And he said something interesting, so many things, and he says, I can tell how people feel about themselves by the way they walk. Do you want me to give you some examples? Okay, I'm going to do it right now. Sorry. Okay, you tell me how I feel about myself. How about this one? See that? So whatever you feel in here affects your whole body. He just said, how many steps did I take before he made that assumption? I only took 2 steps, bro. How about this one? What am I? I can't walk like that and be depressed. Have you ever done? Try it. Try walk like that and be depressed. Like your mind is even confused. I'm like, I can't do it. Your brain cannot lie. However you are feeling, it will manifest itself in your whole body. That's what Arthur C. Brooks said. So that's why I sit in, sometimes I can sit, watch airport, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. And even I had a friend of mine that told me, before I had an interview, I was really, really nervous. And he said, walk with your head up, shoulders down, and walk like you just won something. Go into that interview, and the boss that is interviewing you will feel it. I don't know if you'll get the job, but one thing he'll know is that is a sane fellow or fellow-ess. Body language. We speak 70% body language. 30% is verbal. That's why it's easy to see. Mums are really good at this. You notice mothers, man. Mums, you don't play, man. Like, you know that situation where, like, your high school kid, maybe your daughter, she brings home the boyfriend. The boyfriend. Da, da, da. She's so proud, excited. She's like Juliet. Oh, it's me. I just so happy. Mommy, Daddy, please put on dinner. My boyfriend's coming over for lunch. And please be on your best behavior. Don't mess it up like you did the last one, right? The boyfriend turns up. They're all sitting there. They have a nice meal, wonderful time, all laughing and joking and having a jovial experience. And then the boyfriend leaves. And then the question. The daughter will say, Mother, how did you like my boyfriend? And she's like, if you bring that boy over to my house again, I will kill you. No, she didn't say that. But in her mind, she's saying it. She said, well, you know, he's not good for you. Like, Mom, you don't even know. I don't care. I don't want to see that boy in my house again. Mom, you don't. Oh, I hate you. But I love him, Mother. Mom's like, what's love got to do with it? You see, Mom, she radiates on energy. And she feels the energy of people. She don't need to be with some people for like 10, 15 minutes or hours to figure out the person. They just got to speak a little bit, and they look them up and down, right? You know, it's the sister. They don't look them up and down like this. You know what they're doing? They're looking at your energy. They feel it. Like, when they walk around you like that, right? You see that? You know that? That's their gift. Black or white, Mom, you do it in your own way. Because you have this gift. I don't know what you call it, intuition, something like that. And how many times do people say, do not ignore your what? Both, yeah, do not ignore. That's a good one. She's like, do not ignore, I was thinking intuition, do not ignore your mother. She's right. Do not ignore your mother. That's beautiful, man. I think I get extra brownie points for that one. Do you think, right? I wasn't expecting that one. Okay, sorry, I've been on this for way too long. That's the other thing. This has been up for way too long. Because I don't want you to remember that. Way too long. I want to do something really quick. Every single one of you, if you could do me, we'll do this little exercise, okay? I want you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Don't say it out loud, though. Don't tell your people. This is not about anyone else but you, okay? I don't care how old you are. You could be 1 or 151. I just want you to try this experiment, okay? I should have added a word, though. If you rated your self-worth on a scale of 1 to 10. I can see everyone's... Not your friends, not your homies, not your sisters. I want you to rate yourself on a scale, your self-worth on a scale of 1 to 10. And what I want to do is I don't want you to say it out loud or say it to anyone, okay? But I'm going to count, on a count of 3, I want you to say that number in your head really loud. You said it so you're still silent. You're just saying it in your head really loud. Just in your head. Don't say it out loud, okay? So I'm going to count 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. No, get that in your mind, bro. There's always one. There's always one. Wait, where at? Where? 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 Who? You guys are terrible. You're like, this guy here. Who? What? Oh, this one? What? Michael Jackson? With the afro? Which one? Oh, there he put his... Bro. I'm just kidding. You just make it fun. I pray that one person does it because it just makes it fun. You know what I mean? I don't want to do a boring conference. So, you've all said the number in your head really loud. Isn't that interesting? How can you shout really loud in your mind? How? That doesn't even make sense. Or does it? You all did it. I said, shout out in your mind really loud. A number. The fact that you actually did that means that the inner voice is real. The inner voice is real. First of all, I want to say, if there's any one of you out there that gave yourself a number that was less than 10, you forgot who you are. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your number, self-worth? No, don't say it. I just wanted you to think about it. And if it's anything less than a 10, sis, what's your name?
Kenzie?
Kenzie. If it's anything less than a 10, my therapist, I keep referring to him, my therapist calls it mental amnesia. When you forget who you are. Remember I started saying that what are we, a 10? Everyone, no matter what. Our life is not supposed to be valued according to our worth and what we've accomplished, by the way. That's our problem. That's our problem. How many times do you say, once I graduate, then I'll feel good about myself. Once I get me a girlfriend, then I'll be dope. Once I get my promotion, then I'm on top of the world. You can't top me. You can't stop me. Right? We spend our lives going once I. So there's this cartoon growing up. Okay, I'm dating myself now, right? Because all you little ones, forget it, but you don't even, go to sleep. You don't even know what I'm talking about. Do you remember Bugs Bunny? Right? Do you remember Elmer Fudd? Oh, I hate those rabbits, right? He did this thing, right? Changed my life. This dumb cartoon, right? So he's been chasing, remember how Elmer Fudd's been chasing Bugs Bunny for how many years? Every episode. And he still never catches him. He like a black man looking for a date, man. He don't give up, right? He was like, bruh, right? Every episode. And how long has Bugs Bunny been going on for? Decades. Probably about 50 years. Still hasn't caught him yet. But I saw this episode where he caught him. I don't know if you've seen that episode. Actually, it was kind of close. I'll tell you what happened. So he sees Bugs Bunny sleeping, and he's over him like this. Right? He's been hungry for 50 years to boil him and eat him. 50 years. 50 years worth of episodes. He finally catches him. He's like this. Oh, I got you now. And you know what he does? He runs off the screen, comes back with some string, runs off the scene, comes back with a long stick, runs off the screen, comes back with a carrot. Then he goes, so he's got the string, he's got the stick, and he's tied a carrot on the end of it. And then he taps Bugs Bunny and runs off. So Bugs Bunny now, he wakes up. What's up, Doc? And he sees this carrot. Guess what he does? What's Bugs Bunny's favorite thing? So he sees the carrot. Oh, then he starts chasing it. Oh, my carrot. My carrot. Oh, there it is. My carrot. Oh, this is great. My carrot. I got to keep going. This is crazy. I got to keep going. My carrot. My carrot. My carrot. He got my carrot. Oh, that's right. Right? Oh, my carrot. And then finally, he's like, oh my God. Oh, my carrot. Hold on a second. My carrot! Ah! Oh gosh, I can't believe it. This is incredible. I got my carrot. Ah! That sometimes is what we do with our lives. We're chasing the carrot and we never get it. And we spend all our energy, our last breath, chasing something elusive that doesn't even exist. Guys, I don't want to be that guy in the cemetery that's full of unfulfilled dreams. I want to sing a song for you. And actually, before I do that, I need to show you this video. And it is an experience that I had that really changed my life, but not in the way that you might think. So I have to show you the video first so you can get the context. Boy, and plus, I'm tired chasing the carrot. Okay, I was looking for that.
What's the name?
Alex Boyer.
Alex Boyer. And this is your band.
This is my chief, man. This is the band. My name's Alex Boyer. I'm 44 years old. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. Been singing for about 25 years. It's just like what I live for.
What style of music do you play?
It's like pop music, African twist. I'm originally Nigerian, and so I like to put a lot of African flavor, African twist in my music.
And where do you normally perform?
Whoever will pay us to be there.
Really?
So, you know, asylums, prisons.
So you've been all over
people
the
home.
place.
Probably about 5-6 years ago, I decided to start putting my music up online. But it's hard, you know, I'm just trying to make a living. And there's so many times I could have given up, but I'm here because I want to take my music to a next level.
Yeah, you're ready to give it to the world.
Yes, sir. America is the land of opportunity. It's a place where people come and they follow their dreams. This is just the perfect avenue to be able to accomplish that. Having my own show in Vegas, that's been a dream of mine for so long, and so this is a big moment.
Go get him.
What is your name?
My name's Alex Boyer.
And where are you from, Alex Boyer?
I'm from London, England originally, but I live in the US now, Salt Lake City.
How long have you been in America?
About 15 years.
And what do you do in Salt Lake City?
Music.
That's how you make
Music,
a living?
Online. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Online music, man.
Online music?
Yes, sir.
But the dream is to...
My dream is to absolutely slay it with these incredible people with our own Vegas show and everyone coming to see us every single day, every week, and we put a smile on their faces.
Wow. So let's hear what you got.
Yes, sir. I stay up too late. I got nothing on my brain. That's what people say. Ooh, that's what people say. And I've been dancing on my own. I make the moves up as I go. That's what they don't know. Ooh, that's what they don't know. But I keep moving. Can't stop, won't stop moving. Like I got this music in my mind. It's gonna be alright. Because the players gonna play.
stood up at the end. So did everybody. But I can't shake it off. I gotta be honest with you. In my 6 years here, this is my favorite music act ever. It really is.
That definitely woke everybody up. You filled the whole room with your exciting energy. I didn't want it to stop. Thank you for auditioning today. That was brilliant.
Heidi.
I absolutely loved it too. It was contagious, like you rocking out on the stage, your attitude, your face expressions. Love the style of the band. I mean, it was awesome.
Howard.
You know, guys, I could watch you all day. You're terrific. It's a lot of fun. You're an incredible dancer. That split, I've never seen anything like it.
You know what? And obviously your heart, your body, your soul is in what you do, and you translated it amongst millions of viewers tonight. How does that feel, Alex? Tell me what you're thinking.
I've been doing this for so long. So thank you for giving me a chance.
No! Thank you! All right, I'm gonna start off the voting by giving you a yes. Mel, what are you gonna say?
Oh, yes.
Howard.
Enthusiastic yes.
Heidi.
You guys are talented and so much fun. I can't wait to see you again. The fourth yes.
So won't you stay with me? Hey, listen, I gotta wrap up, but I wanted to just tell you why I shared this video. The reason why was because what I didn't show you was I've been auditioning for that show for 7 years. Spent millions, not millions, thousands of dollars on taxis, airport, hotels, and all that stuff. Before the last one, the sixth time I went on, there was a guy who, he didn't make it, and he went through a mental breakdown. He went to the hospital, and he literally had to check himself into a mental institution. He was a mess because he was told no by the 4 judges. And I was in the same experience as him. I got booed off the stage, and it messed me up mentally. And it's online if you could find it. Don't look for it. But actually, but now, right? The reason why I'm saying it is that I had a friend of mine that gave me an exercise to do. I didn't realize how powerful words were until he told me, and I thought it was the dumbest thing. He told me every single day before I go on the show to say 200 times a day, I'm enough. And he told me to do it every single day for a month before I go on the show. So I go on the show, and my confidence was different. When I stood in front of those judges, I was so confident that even if they said that my performance sucked and it was terrible, I'm like, that's okay, because I know who I am. There is power in repeating positive things to yourself every day. It's not a joke. I'm a living witness. Every single morning, I could choose to say this day is gonna suck. I could choose to say I've got to go to work again. I could choose to say I hate my boss. I can all those things. Or I can say, but it doesn't matter. What matters is who I don't hate. It's how I feel about myself. Once you have this incredible feeling about yourself, your life will change. That's what my therapist said. And one thing that's so important to me that I say all the time, every single one of you here in this room,